Wholesome and unwholesome thoughts. In Sayadaw Tejineya's teachings, the definition of wholesome and unwholesome thoughts align with the traditional Buddhist understanding, but his emphasis is heavily placed on observing the quality and attitude of the mind surrounding the thought, rather than just the content of the thought itself. Here is a breakdown based on this approach. Wholesome thoughts and states, unskillful. Unwholesome thoughts and states, unskillful. Unwholesome states or defilements, klesas, are rooted in the three unwholesome roots: greed, craving, aversion, hatred, and delusion. Craving, greed, liking, wanting something, wanting to experience, wanting an experience to continue, trying to create a pleasant state, or holding on to a concept. Aversion, hatred, disliking, wanting something to stop, resisting an experience, worry, fear, anxiety, or having a negative reaction to what is happening. Delusion, ignorance, not understanding the true nature of reality, thinking of experiences as me or mine, wrong view, not knowing what the mind is doing or its quality. Key point from Tejineya: the thinking mind itself, the process of thinking, is often considered neutral. What makes a thought wholesome is the motivation or attitude behind it. It is a thought. If a thought is driven by craving, aversion, or delusion, for example, dwelling on a past slight, fantasizing due to a greed, or worrying, then it is an unwholesome mental state. Wholesome thoughts and states, skillful. Wholesome states are those that lead to peace, clarity, and the end of suffering. They are the opposite of unwholesome roots. Awareness, mindfulness with wisdom. This is the core wholesome state. It is the quality of mind that knows what is happening. A thought, a feeling, a sound, knows the quality of the mind. Is there aversion? Is the mind relaxed? Has right view? Understands that the mind and its contents are just nature and are impersonal, not me or mine. Has the right attitude? Is relaxed, interested, patient, and non-interfering. Wholesome roots, qualities, states like non-greed, non-aversion, and non-delusion, wisdom, as well as patience, perseverance, equanimity, joy, and confidence. Inquiry, Dhamma Vichaya, the desire to know, understand, and learn from whatever arises in the mind. For example, asking, what is this feeling? Is the mind relaxed? Key point from Tejineya: for practice, the quality of the observing mind is paramount. A wholesome mind is one that is aware, relaxed, and interested in learning the nature of what is happening, regardless of whether the object of awareness is pleasant or unpleasant. The practical application, the core teaching. Sayadaw Tejineya emphasizes the practice of continuous relaxed awareness with the right attitude, instead of trying to eliminate unwholesome thoughts or force wholesome ones. The instruction is to notice what the mind is doing, thinking, planning, worrying. check the attitude or quality of the mind. Is there wanting, craving? Is there resistance, aversion? Is the mind confused, delusion? Be aware of the unwholesome state with a relaxed, interested and non-reactive mind. By doing this, the observing mind itself becomes a wholesome state, one imbued with mindfulness and wisdom, which naturally weakens the unwholesome state it is watching, thereby fulfilling the Buddhist path to abandoning the wholesome